Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Shareen. I'm an interior designer in New York City, coming to you on location, working on a client's project right now for this massive commercial space that I'm excited to design. I will show you this another time, and I do want to talk about our wellness and design series because that's what we're working through. And we went through some of the other 5 senses, and one of the senses that we didn't talk about yet is sight. Now you might think that what I'm gonna go over from sight is just like make it beautiful, but it's not just make it beautiful. It's more like make sure you can see what you want to see, put the things that you love on display, and then take the things that you don't want to see and hide them. I'm gonna let you in on a huge designer secret. We love empty spaces. They're blank canvases that we can work with, and it means that we don't have to do anything with existing furniture or existing materials, but we can take the time to curate and pick and style every single item that goes into the space. So, who are the masters of concealing what needs to be concealed and exposing what needs to be exposed? People who are really great with organization and storage. I love the Container Store, I love Muji, and everyone's favorite is Ikea, and that is where we are going to go today. So by the way, if you're wondering what happened here with my thumb, stay tuned and I will show you later on in the video. How do we hide all of the wires and the cables and the mess? Let's take some pages out of the book of these retailers that know a thing about storage and organization. Take a look at this empty office space, brilliantly set out with functional pieces, but it's cold until you add some slightly choice pieces. And that is what we're gonna do now. Do you know what residential spaces lack that commercial spaces have? They are designed with function and efficiency and to minimize the steps and have client experience in mind. At home, it's a curated collection of things from past spaces, maybe hand-me-downs, great flea market finds, bucket list purchases, trends, gifts, and more. As a result, the mesh of it doesn't always vibe in a way that you'd like. How do we work around that? We plan and we organize. In my last video on wellness and the series, I've been talking about designing with all 5 senses in mind. If you didn't catch that, you should check out the entire playlist and get caught up. Having an organized space appeals to all of your senses. You're able to focus, be more mindful, spend less time searching for things, and more time focused on what you want to focus on. Whatever that may be, that gives you peace of mind. If you walk slowly through their spaces, you'll see that Ikea has organization and storage in every nook and cranny. Convenience is king, and they create tools to help you design spaces where you access what you need and cleverly hide away what you don't need. Here are some of my favorite organizational hacks. First up are these boxes. Now, boxes can be used for so many things. They're great to store video game controllers, headphones, DVDs, cold weather storage like hats, gloves, and an entryway, disposable masks, exercise equipment, yoga straps, small weights, microfiber cloths for cleaning up. The options are endless, and especially an electronics box, cables and cords. Speaking of electronics, I love using these magazine file folders to hide your modems and routers. It's open in the back so the cables are tucked away and hidden. Notice that they are careful with open versus closed storage. We recently had a trend of open shelving, and while it's beautiful, unless you're using those items, it can just become cluttered, dust, and clean, and you lose some functionality. I love how Ikea has some peekaboo options like the glass door for their best of frames and the new mesh front. Think about that while you're doing your planning. You want to make sure that you're using your vertical space. If you like the trendy robot vacuums, and I love mine, you'll need to keep your floors clear. And the best way to do that is the vertical space. Get up on those walls, store things on your vertical square feet. This can create grand scale of floor to ceiling usage. The next organization tip is to have a place for everything. Most people think, yeah, I should have a great place for my keys and for my remote, and that's true. But we should also have a place for your purse, your wallet, your watch, the shoes you wear on the regular, and everything else, and I mean everything. When you walk in, where does your stuff go? Where does it live? Where does it belong?
If you're enjoying this content, please like, comment, and subscribe below. I love to hear from you. I get a lot of questions about what I do and what I'm doing and what I'm working on. And while I don't have a ton of time to post on every social media, I do love posting it on YouTube. And you engaging with me helps me to know that you want me to continue to do just that.
Okay, so when winding down our thoughts about the trips to Ikea, we just want to make sure that we do some planning first. We keep the function of the space in mind, so that we can have the right things at our disposal when we need them, and the floors clear and open so we can have our fancy robot vacuums. Oh, and don't forget the as-is section. The as-is section of Ikea is a great space for creatives and also a great space to save a little bit of money here and there. So when you're making that next trip over there and grabbing a bunch of flat pack stuff, plan first.
Thank you for being here. Oh, I forgot to tell you what happened to my thumb. Okay, so I was working and I have this new handy tool, which I'll put an image of it. I have this new handy tool that I absolutely love, but it sliced my thumb open. So yeah, that happened. All right, enough of that. You could have been anywhere on YouTube, but you chose to be with me, and I appreciate that. I am thankful for you, and I will see you next time, next Thursday to be exact.